Hello friends, this is Varsa Patru and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to see how to reference a namespace. So as we know that a namespace is actually a collection of various classes, structures, enums, interface and various other child namespace. Means when in a program we write using system, means we are importing the system namespace to our application, where system is a built-in namespace which contain various class, structure, enum, interface, all the predefined classes. Like when we write console.writeLine, means this writeLine function is used to print something on the console screen, but console is a class that is present under system namespace. And how it's possible that you can use console? Because of the first line, that when you write using system, and that means you are importing all the elements present under system namespace. So console class is present under system and it comes to your application, and it is possible to use it, means to call the writeLine function, as it is a static function. So we access it by writing the class name then function name. So in this tutorial we are going to learn how to reference a namespace. Means here we will see how to create our own namespace which contain user defined class, structure or user defined elements, and how to import that into another application. So generally we are here importing a private assembly to another application. As we know that when we just compile a .NET application, we get an assembly which contains metadata and intermediate language. So there are generally two types of assembly: public assembly and private assembly. So public assemblies are generally stored in global assembly cache, but when we generally write program and we compile it, that can be stored in a respective directory, in any directory or subdirectory. So private assembly are stored in any application directory. Public assembly can be used by many applications, but private assembly can be used by only one application. And public assembly we need a strong name, and here in case of private assembly we can give any kind of name to our assembly. In public assembly version concept is not applied, in public assembly version concept is applied, but in case of private assembly there's no concept of version number. And public assembly also known as shared assembly, and all we create are generally private assembly. So let's see how to import a private assembly into another application. So first of all, let's go to Visual Studio, go to File, New Project, then Class Library. So here our namespace is class library file. Let's give your usual name. Suppose I'm giving the namespace as MySpace, and class as MyClass. So this is a user defined class MyClass. I'm going to put some functions within it. Let's put a function public This function must be public because if it's having access specifier none other than public, then you can't use this kind of elements, because the only public elements are accessible outside the assembly. There are two functions which takes two arguments and the return element or return integer type. So here class is also public, and class MyClass having two functions, add and sub. Okay, method must have a return type of, sorry, I haven't mentioned the return type. It must be int, and here also it's returning an integer, so int. Okay, now after writing a particular particular program, it doesn't have main function, means it's just an assembly which will be imported somewhere else. Now just build the project, press F6 or build solution. So it is builded. Now how to import MySpace in some other application? So go to again file. So here project console application. Now this is my program which contain main function. So now how to import the MySpace namespace here? So for this, first open Solution Explorer, right click it, add reference, here go to browse, and here recently I have created class library 5. So that is class library 5 which contain my namespace MySpace, or which contain my private assembly. Go to bin debug, then it contains a DLL file, class library 5.dll. Just click OK. See, now my solution contain class library 5. So now I can write here, sorry, using MySpace, which is my namespace name. So using MySpace means now all the elements, means the my class is actually imported to console application 24. So here within main function I will create an object of my class. Now let's access the function. Suppose addition of 3 and 4 is equal to 0. Call the function obj.add 3, 4, because it takes 2 arguments and return an integer. Similarly, if you want to subtract, okay, now run the program. Sorry. Why my class? I haven't changed the class. So let's see the Solution Explorer. It's class library. Okay, class library contain MySpace. Where a class is, oh, here the class name is myclss. So that's the mistake. myclss. myclss. Okay, now it's correct. Now compile it. See, addition of 3 and 4 equal to 7 and subtraction of 3 and 4 equal to -1. So this is how we are importing a private assembly, that is MySpace, which contain a user defined class, my class. Okay, so thanks for watching and bye.